Hey guys, welcome into the channel today. Andrew Loveland with another LoveTech video. I'm super excited because my Apple stash has finally arrived. We're gonna get to unbox the new 256 gigabyte 12.9 inch iPad Pro, the Apple Pencil 2, and the Smart Keyboard Folio cover. I'm super excited to unbox all these products and start using them actively in my day-to-day process here on the channel and be able to integrate them into my daily life as well. It's hard to believe that Apple actually came out with the iPad 10 years ago this fall. It's just insane for me to even think about that it's been a decade since this device came out. This is actually my 5th iPad. I've owned the original iPad, an iPad 3, the first one with the Retina screen on it, as you might recall, the iPad Air, and then the original iPad Pro 9.7 inch. So this is number 5 for me. So let's get to the unboxings here on the channel today and have lots of fun. Stay tuned. Guys, I'm super excited to get to the unboxing of these today because I have been waiting actually over 2 weeks because of you know what that's been going on. I can't say it, but you know what's been going on for the past few months actually now. And I ordered my iPad almost 2 weeks ago and it just showed up today. I've had the accessories for over a week now, but again, due to what's going on in the world today, yeah, I wasn't able to get my iPad in like a very timely fashion. They shipped it from China. Oh gosh, I didn't sterilize it yet.
So by that rationale, if I had to sneeze, I should just sneeze on you.
Yes, I would welcome it.
You're welcome.
Oh, do you guys think I should? I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll just use lots of hand sanitizer after I open this. But I'm super excited to unbox this today because, as I mentioned in the intro to the video, I've been an iPad owner actually since 2010, since the original iPad came out. And you know, I haven't really used my iPad a lot in the past, but I think the big game changer, I've been looking at a lot of reviews lately, and they all point to the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil pairing together absolutely phenomenally. Some of you guys might be wondering, Andrew, why didn't you buy the new Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro? Well, that's for a couple of reasons actually. One, it was really expensive, and two, I wanted to give the Smart Folio cover a try first because I wasn't sure if I really needed the full mouse functionality on my iPad since I have my Mac. Again, my main purpose and main ideology behind wanting to buy this is to A, review apps on it for you guys, B, to be able to integrate some of my photography and design skills with the Apple Pencil into this, and C, to be able to take some good notes and be able to, you know, use Sidecar with my Mac and my new iPad Pro. So I wasn't 100% sure as to, you know, do I really need to get the Magic Keyboard case at this point in time? The answer to that would be no. However, am I going to want to get that in the future? Probably most definitely yes. Another thing before we get to the unboxing of these products today I want to mention is that I did actually produce a video on the iPad Pro going over the full list of features, what it has, the differences between the 2018 model and the 2020 model. I'll put a link in the description down below and also a link card up at the top here. If you want to go check that out, be much appreciated. So I got my Apple stash here. I am going to actually save the iPad to the end, the last thing to unbox. I think we're gonna do the keyboard first, followed by the pencil, and then the iPad. So let's get into it. So first we're gonna unbox the Smart Keyboard Folio. I'm really looking forward to unboxing this and seeing how I really like it. Based upon like a couple of weeks of use on this, I'm going to probably determine then, like, do I need to buy the Magic Keyboard case, or is this going to suffice for my needs for a longer period of time? So let's get into it. One thing I do have to say I really like about Apple lately is they're giving you these easy open tabs so you don't have to use a knife or scissors to open up any of their packaging anymore. It's super easy. So we're gonna just take the shrink wrap off of here and let's open up the Smart Folio keyboard case. Look forward to this. Should be really interesting. So it looks like it just lifts up off of here like so. And there it is. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I absolutely love opening Apple products because of that techie smell. Like, I don't know what it is in Apple products, but it's almost like, it's like McDonald's French fries or something. Like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And I really also like Apple's packaging inside. So they have these little tabs inside that you can easily lift up and get your devices and different techie stuff out of. So it's really nice. It makes it super easy to get into. And their boxes, of course. Who cannot like Apple boxes? Come on, right? So we're gonna open this guy up here. First impressions. So I really like the way the new case actually feels. It's much smoother than a lot of the other iPad folios or covers that I've had in the past, just first impressions. Opening it up here on the front, here's where our smart connector is, our cutout for where our cameras are gonna go. Inside the case here is just has some plain packaging, cardboard material. Looks like, let's see, what do we got in here? And we have some documentation inside a sleeve like Apple normally provides with most of their products, just telling you about how to kind of use the Smart Folio cover, how to attach it to the iPad and such. So I'll put these aside here. Put these back in the little box. Set that over there. Again, just a piece of cardboard in between it. And then, yeah, we have the Smart Folio case. So to show it off here a little bit, we do have two notches here. These, I believe, are magnetically attached. So your iPad can set in either position. The nice thing about the Folio case versus the Smart Keyboard case is you can fully fold your iPad back. Again, you will be hitting the keys in the background, but you have the full functionality of feeling like it's a normal case versus that limiting hinge design, which is one of the big things that I was like, do I really want to get this product because of the hinge design on it or not? I mean, I really would love the USB-C charging and all those capabilities on it, but then again, it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna give this a shot first and kind of see how I like it. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube on the Smart Keyboard Folio, and a lot of the reviewers are saying that the keyboard case feels really cheaply made, and I would actually disagree with that. I feel like that the outside of it feels fairly well made to me compared to some of Apple's other products on the market, or in the past on the market, that is. So inside you have the full keyboard, and again, the keyboard has that meshy feeling, but I've never felt one of these keyboards before from Apple. And everyone online says it's like a weird clothy mesh material. And yes, I agree, it definitely is like a clothy mesh material, but I was expecting it to actually feel way softer or way more like fabric. To me, this feels more like a plasticky mesh material. Again, this is a full keyboard. However, there is no backlighting on the keyboard, which is kind of a disadvantage too. But then again, it's only like half the price of the Magic Keyboard case. So, I mean, yeah, they're gonna use a little bit cheaper materials. You don't get the scissor switch keys on the keyboard. So I'm gonna set the keyboard case aside and let's get to unboxing the Apple Pencil. And I'm gonna grab the Apple Pencil. So we're gonna unbox the Apple Pencil 2. Now Apple does have another Apple Pencil, the original Apple Pencil that is, that works with older iPads and other iPads on their lineup still. The Apple Pencil 2 is exclusively to the iPad Pro lineup, Gen 3 and now the Gen 4. So it's only compatible with those two lineups. I've actually never used the Apple Pencil before other than like for a brief few minutes like in a retail store. So I really haven't had a lot of experience with using it. So I'm really excited to actually be able to start using this with an iPad and see how that kind of dynamically changes what I can do on a day-to-day basis with my workflow. I'm gonna open up the Apple Pencil now. And of course, Apple's lovely system of tearing plastic didn't exactly work right. This is why you always have scissors, everyone, or a knife. There we go. Got it open, got the plastic out there. Get the Apple Pencil box open, and I'm really looking forward, as I mentioned to you guys before, I'm really looking forward to doing a lot more reviews with the iPad and iPad app specific apps on the channel. So it's gonna be really awesome. So inside of the Apple Pencil 2 box, you have, again, the standard stuff. No Apple, I don't think this is gonna have Apple stickers. I'd be very shocked if they had Apple stickers in here. No, just a bunch of regulatory stuff that Apple always default includes in their packaging, and then just a little quick start guide of how to pair your Apple Pencil 2 with your iPad Pro. And put that stuff aside over there. And then we have the Apple Pencil 2. So the Apple Pencil 2, again, magnetically sits on the side of the iPad Pro, and it automatically charges from the iPad Pro's battery. And yeah, that feels really nice. I'm actually very genuinely surprised. It feels kind of like very dull, which actually I kind of like. I know the original generation, the first generation Apple Pencil was more of a shiny surface, and I've seen some reviews on that, and this feels a lot more like a pencil should feel like. It almost feels kind of like a matte wood finish like you'd normally feel on a regular pencil itself. So first thoughts and impressions on this, I really like the way this feels on my fingers, and I can't wait to use it. It should be really fun. It feels very, very natural. So I'm really excited to use that. And then there is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Now let me talk a little bit about this before I unbox it. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this will be my 5th iPad. I originally started out with the irregular first generation iPad back in 2010. A few years later, I got the first Retina iPad from Apple. And then my 3rd iPad was an iPad Air when they originally released those, which was pretty revolutionary for the time because it cut down so much on the thickness of the device itself. With the Retina screen, of course, in it still. They've, ever since the iPad 3 is the original one with the Retina screen in it. And from there, Apple has continued with Retina displays in all of their devices. Now this has the liquid Retina display, which is even more fabulous in my mind. The 4th iPad I had, which I just actually sold, was the iPad Pro 9.7 inch. It was the first generation of iPad Pros, and you could use the original Apple Pencil with it as well. One thing I didn't like about the original Apple Pencil is you actually had to take the cap off and plug it into the actual physical device or into a lightning port in order to charge it. So Apple has really won me over on the Apple Pencil 2 because, again, it has that magnetic chargeability. This iPad design, that is, was released actually back in 2018 with the 3rd generation iPad Pro. This is now the 4th generation iPad Pro, which was just released a few months ago. And again, I made a video on that. I'll leave it in the description below about all the new features on the iPad. I'm not gonna go into that in this video. This is more of just an unboxing to show you guys what's in the box and kind of like how I'm gonna set it up in my first thoughts and impressions. I'm gonna go way deeper into, you know, setting up the iPad, getting certain apps installed on the iPad, and things that you can really use to help make your life more productive and work it into your everyday workflow. So look for a lot more videos coming shortly on that. The last thing I want to mention before I unbox the iPad Pro is the fact that I got the 256GB model. Now, that's another notable thing that changed between the 2018 and the 2020 model is the base storage options were doubled from Apple at no additional cost. Originally, the 2018s were started at 64GB and went up from there. The new 2020 models start at 128GB and go up from there. I got the 256GB model because it was kind of middle of the road, and since there's USB-C capabilities on the new iPad Pros, I didn't see a real need after looking into it more and thinking about that price difference. It's like I could go out and buy a 500 gigabyte or terabit drive for cheaper than the price it would actually cost me to buy an iPad Pro for the additional storage space, that is. So that's why I decided to go with the 256GB model, because again, it was the middle of the road and it did save me a little bit of money up front, and I can again use external storage with the new iPads, so I don't have to really worry about as much of the internal storage being an issue. So with that, let's get to unwrapping it. Hopefully this sticker works a little bit better peeling it off. Oh, it does. That works way better. We'll take off the plastic off the iPad. So I will be also putting a screen protector, the Paper-like 2 screen protector on this device once I get that in. Again, they are an affiliate of mine now officially, so I'm super excited. Shout out to them for becoming an affiliate and also a sponsor for this channel. I'm looking forward to working with them in the future and seeing what other kind of things they come out with as a company. So opening up the iPad Pro box. Ooh, this looks so nice. Oh my gosh. I'll actually set the iPad aside for a second and we'll show you what else comes in the box. I know probably most people have seen a million of these videos, but again, this is a super exciting moment for me, so I want to kind of document every moment. Inside the documentation packet thing that Apple gives us, right, they always have these little quick start guides Very nice looking quick start guide of just kind of showing you how to set your iPad up. Just some regulatory stuff that no one cares about, right? Do they include Apple stickers? Ooh, they do. Oh my gosh. Apple stickers are like the best. If I can get them right here. There they are. Oh my gosh. There they are. Inside the box, we have the fast charge USB adapter. This helps charge your iPad a lot faster than previous generations that did not include the USB-C fast charge adapters. And then we have the USB-C cable that you will charge your iPad with. I'll keep those aside as well. And then here is the holy grail moment here, the actual unwrapping of the 256 gigabyte iPad Pro 2020 model. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the screen. Hear that? Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is just beautiful. Look at that. Oh my goodness, and the smell. The apple smell. Oh, can't get enough of that. I don't even want to touch the screen. I'm like, I want to put a screen protector on it right away, but I don't have one yet. I'm like, I have to be super careful with this thing until I get one because I don't want to ruin the screen. So you can see the LiDAR sensor on the back there and the 2 camera system. Another cool thing about the iPad Pro 2020 model versus the 2018 is not only the LiDAR sensor on the back, but you do have the dual camera system. Again, you can look at that other video I already produced on my channel here for more information on that. I'll take this the moment. Oh my goodness. That screen, oh my gosh, that screen is absolutely phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I can see myself using this like every day to do stuff. I really think, guys, this is going to change how I produce videos and how I'm able to like draw and craft stuff and edit photography, which I absolutely love as well. This is, oh my gosh. I've actually never seen an iPad 12.9 inch like this close up before. I've seen them in stores, but I've never really even paid attention to them until now, just because it's like, I didn't really have a need for one until I started this YouTube channel, I feel like. And now that Apple Pencil 2 is out and, you know, the Magic Keyboard kind of just pushed me over the top in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, I think it's the year to bite the bullet and, you know, buy a new iPad. And I'm already liking the way it looks and just, oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, hold on. Now I need to put it on the keyboard case. I can't wait for this. This moment. Oh my gosh, it just like completely magnetizes to it. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. Oh, and that's really nice too. So yeah, it does magnetize to the keyboard case. So you can dock it there. And those magnets are pretty strong actually, wow. I'm actually very surprised. So that's really nice. You have this viewing angle here, which could be really nice if you're trying to watch a movie or something. And then if you angle it down to this one, I've never actually seen the case with the iPad before like this ever, actually, like in person. And this is more of like a nicer angle, I think, for like word processing or, you know, browsing or web editing stuff. But like, yeah, this angle here feels kind of unnatural unless I'm like watching something from, you know, a further type of distance away, I feel like. But I mean, I'll have to see. That's interesting. I do like that. It is very, very interesting. And yeah, like the keyboard, I actually kind of like the keys on this. They feel very unique, as I mentioned before, but now like seeing the whole thing set up, very interesting. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it already. Yeah, let's see. And I've seen people do this on YouTube, so don't try this. I'm putting my hand under it, but like the magnets are pretty strong because I'm shaking the iPad and it is not falling out of the magnetized channel there. So that's actually pretty good. I mean, I thought it would fall out way easier than that. Sometimes there are things in life, right, like that you can't experience unless you experience them in person, right? Like, so like something like that, I wasn't sure. I was just taking people's word for like, oh yeah, the magnetized channel is fairly strong. And I hear people saying that the magnetized like system and the hinge system and the magnets on the back of the hinge system on the actual Magic Keyboard case are even stronger than this one. And this one seems really strong. So I'm actually kind of blown away by how strong the magnets feel on this compared to like what everyone is saying, because these feel pretty dang strong to me. Like doesn't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna breeze through this setup stuff and then show you guys the home screen, give you my final thoughts, dock the Apple Pencil, and call it a video, I think. So I'm gonna go through this and I'll be back in just a minute. Awesome, so now I got my iPad all activated and everything, and here is the screen of it, the home screen that is. So I'm gonna go through, set up a whole bunch of apps on here, customize it completely, right? And then I'm gonna come back with another video after I do all of that and show you guys what apps I downloaded, why I downloaded those apps to begin with, and kind of give you guys a little bit of a tour of how I set my iPad up on the home screen and, you know, what things I'm planning on doing with it. So I'm gonna share that with you guys in a later video. The last thing I wanna do on this video today, now that I got kind of my home screen set up here, I want to actually dock the Apple Pencil with it. The moment of truth. And guys, that does it here today on the channel for the video. I hope you really enjoyed the unboxing of the 2020 iPad Pro along with the Apple Pencil 2 and the Smart Keyboard Folio from Apple. And make sure you leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear any apps that you may or may not use on a day-to-day basis and how you think I can maybe implement those into my workflow to make my workflow more productive. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button at the top, click the bell for notifications, give this video a like, and we'll see you next time in another LoveTech video.